Hi, my name's Kelly Bradley, and we're cooking meals in a jar today. I did a lot of cooking over the years for my mom, my gram, and my dad, and I wish I would have known this trick. They're healthy, they're easy to prepare, you can share them with your own family as well, and you can transport them easily too. And I know that when I was making food for my dad, I was trying to prepare things for the entire week. And I was always struggling with, how do I get this so that he understands what he's looking at? They're super easy to open, so for folks who have arthritis or difficulty maybe even seeing or putting something together, it's all done for you. Today we're going to do make ahead oats, and what you want to make sure of is that you're using a 1/4 cup of oats and a 1/4 cup of liquid, or a 1/2 cup of oats and a 1/2 cup of liquid. It's important that those ratios match up. I suggest using some yogurt in here because it gives a little more depth and a little bit of flavor, and then you can add your fruits on top, add some cinnamon and honey for additional flavors. Close the lid, stick it in the fridge, and it's ready to go in 5 hours. They're also really helpful for mom or dad or the senior in your life. And the other thing I like about it is they're not just for breakfast, they're a great snack too. Today we made a chopped salad for you in a jar. And I love this because it's got that Italian flair, it's super tasty. It's got the garbanzo beans, it's got a little bit of salami, some chicken in there, a little bit of egg, so you've got plenty of protein. It's really a meal in the jar, and it can be great for lunch or great for dinner for a senior. So the first thing you want to do is add your dressing, and that prevents everything from being soggy. And the next thing is to take the ingredients that can absorb the dressing that won't become soggy. So what I'm going to do is add sliced tomatoes and cucumbers because those can take that dressing. The next thing I'm going to do is add some garbanzo beans. I've got chopped chicken and salami here. And next we're going to add our lettuce. I've added a little bit of Parmesan cheese to this, and to make that kind of come together, I'm also going to add a little bit of Italian seasoning in there. Just finely chopped radishes and a little bit of broccoli and a tiny little bit of egg. And when you're ready to eat this, you just turn the jar up and down and shake it, and the whole thing is mixed together. A great option, especially on a winter day, are soups, and today we're actually going to make chili. I selected turkey chili for today, and remember that turkey doesn't have a lot of fat, so you do need to add a little bit of olive oil. I always like to use chopped onion, a little bit of celery, some garlic, saute that all together, and then add your seasoning, some cumin, chili powder, and I add a little bit of green salsa just for that kind of Mexi sort of chili flavor. And then you've got tomato sauce and your chopped tomatoes. Don't forget the chili beans, and mix that all together. So simmer for a couple hours and you're good to go. When it was finished, we put it in a little jar, and there's a little piece of cornbread on the top, so you have a whole meal in a jar. One of the things that happened when I was preparing meals for my mom is I wanted to give her all the choices. I wanted her to have whatever she wanted at her fingertips. She had gone blind from diabetes, and so it was really difficult for her to cook and find things, and so I was always making little choices. And one day I heard her talking to my grandma on the phone, and she said, Kelly's making so much food, my refrigerator is so crowded, it's overwhelming, and I'm at the point where I just don't want any of it. And I'd go the next day, and she and my brother had been at Kentucky Fried Chicken or something the night before, and there was all this beautiful food prepared. So what I started doing is making things in smaller portions that was a little bit more manageable. I think sometimes we forget when we feel good and we're on the go and we've got an appetite, the people who don't have an appetite, someone who's sick, it's a lot harder to eat when you don't feel like eating. But it's super important. You've got to keep your energy level up. You've got to keep your nutrition up in order to heal, in order to, be able to do things. So I like these meals in a jar too because you can vary the sizes. If you've got a couple, you can do a bigger salad in one large jar, feeds 2 people all at once. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Go to thedevoteddaughter.com and check us out for more helpful tips, and post below if you have anything you'd like to share.